Welcome to our presentation on the ideas of chromosomes and meiosis. This is an overview of what meiosis is all about. Key concept here is that gametes, sex cells, have half the number of chromosomes that your body cells have. So 99% of the cells in your body are body cells. Um, they're in humans, they have 46 chromosomes, 23 pairs of chromosomes. But in gametes, in sex cells, they have 23 chromosomes, one set of homologous chromosomes. Here's a picture image of a egg cell being surrounded by sperm cells. You have body cells and gametes. Body cells are muscles, nerves, just about all the cells in your body, except for the cells that you create from an ovary or from a testis. We have the sperm cells and egg cells. Body cells are also called somatic cells. Germ cells develop into gametes. These germ cells are located in the testes and ovaries. The gametes are the egg, sperm, or in the case of a plant, it would be pollen and egg. And the gametes have DNA that can be passed on to the offspring, but they have to have half the DNA that a body or somatic cell has. Your cells have autosomes and sex chromosomes. The autosomes are the chromosomes that don't contribute to the sex of the offspring. 22 autosomes, as you see here in a karyotype of the human, and then the one that's circled is the sex chromosome, and because there's a Y there, this would be a male. It has 23 pairs of chromosomes. This is important. The pairs, each pair of those chromosomes has the same types of genes on them, not the exact same genes, but the same types. So located on chromosome pair number 1, at some point there might be the gene for eye color. Now, that doesn't mean they're both the same. If you know, blue or brown, one could be blue, one could be brown. They're pairs of chromosomes. So the sites, the kinds of genes, gene for your eye color, gene for your hair color, gene for your, is your hair curly or straight, they would be on the same chromosomes, the same pair of chromosomes, but they might be different genes. You might have the gene on the left might be for curly hair, the gene on the right might be for straight hair. How are you going to turn out? That's what heredity will show you. Homologous pairs of chromosomes have the same structure and the same gene sites, not the same genes, the same gene sites. For each homologous pair, one chromosome comes from each parent. So there's a mixing, a 50-50 mixing from each parent. And as I said, 1 through 22 in the humans are autosomes, and the sex chromosome pair number 23 determines your gender. in mammals, the XX is a female, XY is a male. Body cells are diploid. Gametes have to be haploid. Body cells have 2 complete sets of homologous chromosomes, so 23 pairs for a total of 46. If your gametes had that, the offspring would have 92 chromosomes, and then that would not be a normal human. Fertilization between an egg and a sperm occurs in sexual reproduction, so we take the 23 from one and the 23 from another and put them together, and we get 46 total chromosomes, 23 complete sets of homologous chromosomes, one homologous set from each parent. Diploid 2N cells have 2 copies of every chromosome. Body cells are diploid. Half the chromosomes come from each parent. Haploid N cells have 1 copy of each chromosome, 1 set of homologous chromosomes. Again, we have to get that number down in half so that when we join up with another sex cell, it's back up to 2N and normal. Gametes are all haploid, 1 set of homologous chromosomes, and 22 autosomes and one sex chromosome. So here is a picture of a gamete, and you notice it has half the number of chromosomes that the previous picture had. So many plants have more than 2 copies of each chromosome. Uh, Mitosis and meiosis are types of nuclear division that make different types of cells. Mitosis, we've already covered, is a copy, copy, copy. And meiosis, without the T, meiosis, is for making sex cells or gametes for reproduction. Mitosis makes more diploid cells, copy, copy, copy. Here's mitosis. We start with 4 chromosomes. We end with 4 chromosomes. In the top we have chromatids because remember they're already copied, they're already replicated. At the bottom then they're separated, and we have 2 daughter cells, each with 4 chromosomes. Mitosis. Start with 4, end with 4. Copy, copy, copy. It's a way of asexually reproducing if that's the only way you do it, or if that's one of the ways that you reproduce, is you just make a copy of yourself. Meiosis makes haploid cells from diploid cells. Meiosis occurs in sex cells, and it produces gametes. Very unique genetic cells because you're not sure what you're getting. You're getting randomly half the genetic material from one parent. So here we have again at the top. Remember, the X's mean they've already been copied. So there's 4 things there, 4 chromatids, but each one has already been copied. So the first step in cell division of meiosis is the most important. The homologous pairs separate. So after the first division, we have one set of homologous chromosomes in each cell, and then it goes through a more normal, almost like a mitosis division, where the already copied chromosomes are separated, and we end up with 4 sets of cells with half the genetic material, half the number of chromosomes, 1 set of homologous chromosomes, in preparation for them joining with another similar type of cell to go back to the normal set of 4. But in these haploid gametes, we only have 2 chromosomes, 1 set of all the homologous chromosomes.